case. My brother from North Carolina is coming in for Christmas. Him and my nephews, my two nephews, they decided they're going to go flintlock hunting. They bought some out of state licenses, and he's wanting to borrow my 54 caliber flintlock. As you can see, the weather's pretty shitty. Not a very good day for flintlock hunting, but I wanted to throw this out there that you can get a flintlock to perform in today's weather. So I'm going to go through the basics of what I want my nephews to do and put it on YouTube here. It all starts with just a regular patch. I tell them, put it in your mouth, get a little saliva on it, swab the barrel, then we'll load it, we'll shoot it, and see if it goes off. All this does right here is moisten the black powder that's in the barrel. As you can see, there's a little bit of residue right there. Now what we'll do is we'll get our... I've prepared nothing to try to do this in an efficient manner. Everything in here is pretty well just haphazard. We're shooting 80 grains of Swiss 3F in the barrel. We'll use 4F as our priming powder. Right now there's a little bit of rain hitting the powder. Shouldn't affect it too much overall. We're using a in my last video I said these were 250 grain. That's not correct. These are actually 300 grain real bullets. As you can see, pretty big chunk of lead. Right now the rain's going down in the barrel. I've done no measures to protect the frizzen or anything. We're going to try to shoot it. As you can see, it's wet. We're going to try to take care of it here. Of course, my priming tool's empty. We're going to have to fill it up. I'm just going to forego that, just dump some down in. Again, this is 4F Swiss. You'll need to put just a little bit, enough to fill the frizzen itself. Any more than that, you're asking for it. As you can see, if you want to zoom in on that, that's wet. It's normal. There's nothing that I did to try to prevent this gun from staying dry. All we want to do now for my nephews, take a patch, it'll be in the bag for you. Just real quick, put it in your mouth. Run it down in the barrel. You don't have to jab it or nothing. Pull it back out. As you can see, right there, you've moistened the black powder that's in there. And repeat process. You're ready to go. You're ready to go hunting. Pretty reliable gun. The peephole, the flash hole on the side is actually a little bit oversized. I drilled it out years ago to get a reliable ignition out of it. We're using agate flints. I do rough the frizzen up every once in a while when it gets wet outside like this. In here I'll have some SOS pad and even some sandpaper. What that does, if you take that sandpaper and you mark it up a little bit, when you go to shoot, it roughens this up to where you get nice little chips off of that agate to go down into your flash pan, set this thing off. So there you go, boys. Hope you the best of luck in Pennsylvania. And that's Stuck Case on YouTube showing you how to shoot a 54 caliber flintlock when it's raining cats and dogs. One of the things I want to share with you also, along with what I just showed you there to get the gun to shoot, as you can see down in there, it gets pretty dirty around the flash hole of the 54. Not much you can do about it. What you have to do every so often, you have to scrape all this stuff off, and you have to clean that hole out, get that hole, to get all that debris loose from there. And then so that the next time you go to fire, you have a nice tunnel for the flame to go through. What I've done here is, over the years, I've put together a little necklace. There's the old priming tool. You fill up the back right here, you push down on that little detent right there, and it lets 4F come out. You got to use a pretty fine grained powder to get that thing to work. Of course, I got an old Chinese made that come out of I think it was an Oster, I believe it was, hair cutting kit they'll use to clean the tool at the head of the clippers to get the hair loose out of it. I thought that was a pretty good tool to get my hands on. And then for the two different muzzle loaders that I had, I got individual sized wire, as you can see. One for the 54, one for the 36, which it's not zooming in on for whatever reason, to clean the flash hole out. So I'm going to try to do this as best I can where you can see. I don't have a GoPro, which probably never will have one, but you can use this to scrape loose the stuff, the material. You know, you don't have to be real scientific with it, because the brush will knock it loose. Clean the bottom of the frizzing off there, scrape it off. It's always good to have it scraped off. But whenever you go to load, it doesn't hurt. It does not hurt to take this pick and clean that out right there where the flash hole's at. And then run it in there. As you can see, it'll go in the flash hole. It'll go in. You can make sure the flash hole's open. Work it in and out. And then you can take your brush. Sorry that I'm having a difficult time with this, but I'm trying to do it one-handed. Take a brush. Does a pretty good job getting rid of all the extra stuff. That way the next time you load it, not a bunch of stuff there. Now we know that the flash hole's open, which you can see the years and years of abuse from rust. But the flash hole's open, frizzing's clean, frizzing's scraped, A-gate's in good shape. That way, next time when you go to prime it, you fill up that portion of it right there. You don't need to overdo it. Just fill up the little funnel right there. Flip it down. That'll help keep water out of it. It's a pretty good tight fit. You're ready to rock and roll. So if you get it where you're reloading and you need to get ready for another shot, you can't neglect this. This is not like a semi-automatic where you just get to pull the trigger again. There are some things you need to do to prepare for your next shot. Cleaning that area and making sure that that hole's opened up good is one of them.